Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have done an example previous day.
All right, Uday, that's good. Uh, no, yesterday we have done one example, but have you tried by yourself? That actually I was looking for at home with any random actually 2 endpoint if you take, and then have you tried? Pratasha, you have tried with something, right?
Yes, sir.
Can
You
you
have given
please?
one example before I tried that.
Okay, can you please show me? Is it possible to show?
Yes, sir. I need to join with mobile phone then.
Okay, anyone else that you have tried? Maybe I said I requested you that because we don't have that much time. So maybe today we are doing something. If you just spend half an hour for that, it will be better before the exam. Pratasha, are you going to show?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to join with my mobile phone.
Okay. As for the example that we did last day, as you can see that we have taken two random points uh, and try to gauge actually the del x and del y. If we check the algorithm that then we are coming in the example there. We take the input for the two endpoints, then we calculate actually the del x and del y, and some subsequent necessary some of the calculation of the values that we can directly actually use in the algorithm, that formula. That's why we do it. Then we must need a decision parameter to start with, so that the initial decision parameter that actually we take, which is p naught, and we do calculate and find out the values for that p naught or the starting decision parameter. Then we plot the first pixel, which is already given. Okay, so that first pixel we plot, then we go for in a loop, for each loop, for as long as we have a condition for checking that our uh, no, whatever we have found, the pixel coordinate for the x coordinate value is actually less than the last point's x coordinate value. Okay, so that up to that actually we continue this loop, and for that we take a variable for I, and we initialize with the 0 that value. The decision parameter that we got actually the earlier, which is that initial decision parameter, the decision parameter we check that whether it is positive or negative. If it is negative, then we take actually the lower that pixel, so that the y coordinate value does not change with the previous value. So it is a y1 that is actually will be same if the first value is actually negative. And at the same moment we need to actually take the successive decision parameter, so that the formula is actually the previous decision parameter. We add the value with 2 del y with that. If the value decision parameter is positive, the value is positive, then we take the pixel which is actually having the upper one. That means the y coordinate value also increase, and the same moment the decision parameter for the next one should be the previous decision parameter with 2 del y minus 2 del x would be added. Then we get the next decision parameter, and this process will continue until that condition we have set. The value of those we get for x of I, that means the new pixels that coordinate value must be less than the last coordinate value. Whenever it is the last one, then actually it gives the next one, that means the last one, so that our algorithm would be stopped. So on the basis of that we have done it, that we have find out those relevant values that we need from there, and then we take the initial decision parameter. We find out 2 del y minus del x, which is 6. We understand that is the positive one, and we plot the pixel for the first one that we have actually see. Then we go for the second one in the table. So we start with the positive, that's 6, and for the 0 iteration, that is, and then we actually, as it is positive, so that xi has been added with 1, yi also has been added with 1. So that's 20 become 21, 10 become 11. Okay. At the same moment, we find out what should be the decision parameter. So that the previous decision parameter plus 2 del y minus 2 del x, as it is positive. So 6 and minus 4. Where we got minus 4, we did a calculation that earlier, that 2 del y minus 2 del x is actually minus 4. So that we get 2, and the 2 is again positive, so that actually we take the 21 would be added with 1, 11 would be added with 12, and the decision parameter will be 2 minus 4, the same process, and then we get minus 2. As it is minus, then the 21 would be 23, 12 would be 12 as it is, because the lower one that we are actually taking now. Okay, so that the negative, so that the decision parameter will be minus 2 plus 2 del y. 2 del y is 16. So if we do calculation, then we get 14, again positive. So again incremented by 1, so 23 become 24, 12 become 13, and 14 minus 4 is 10. Positive 25, 14 incremented by 1. 10 minus 4 is 6, and positive 6 is actually positive 26 and 15, so incremented by 1, and then actually 6 minus 4, so it is 2, and then 26 become 27 and 15 becomes 16, and 2 minus 4 is actually minus 2, and that is actually 28, and 16 not changed because this is negative we got. So this is actually the previous one, the y coordinate value that we have, and minus 2 plus 16 is actually 14, and 29 and 17. We continuously checking as well that this is x of I is less than x2. X2 is my 30. Okay, so that 28 is less than 30, so you continue. 29 is less than 30, so we continue. So that we got actually 14 minus 4 because it is positive, and that becomes 10, and 10 is actually, so 29 become 30 and 17 become 18. Now xi 30 is less than 30, no, so that it will be actually terminated at this point. So for that reason, that would be terminated, and we get, this is our last point, and we plot those points in the graph, and we have seen it is far better look like a line, as we have seen in the DDR. Okay, that we had actually the problem that we have checked with the Preston-Ham's line drawing algorithm. Yes, Parna, are you ready?
Sir, I am facing some internet problem. Can I show here?
You can show anywhere, no problem, if it is possible actually.
Sir, I didn't draw the graph, but I draw the table. Because
okay, yes. So let us check actually that the points that you have.
See, here I take the point 21 x0, and x1 is 21 and x2 is 31,
Just
and
minute,
y1 is 10 and y2 is 18. Then I plot the value here and calculate the whole formula step by step. First, I need to calculate the del x, then del y, then 2 del y, then 2 del x. After that, I need to calculate the 2 del y minus 2 del x. And here I got the value minus. That's why I need to plot the value.
So did you take the same point?
No, sir. I take just I change the value of x1 and x2.
Okay. All right.
Then I plot the table, and here I have the step up to 9, and I have no graph paper, so I didn't write the graph.
No, okay. You see that I made the graph paper, right?
Yes.
So
I have tried, but
it's how many points? Like you could be a little bit witty in that. As you can see that we started with we check what is my first point, right? I have taken that one, as you can see, um, that I need my first point is 2010, right? So
yes,
2010.
sir.
So I started my this origin point is 18 and 8. So that 18, 19, 20. So I take some space here. So 18, and here I have started 8, 9, 10, right? So that I don't need to draw actually that many other cells. So only that much we need. So I have drawn like how many lines we have. So you can also do it whenever you don't have a graph paper, just to give idea. Even I drawn that without the ruler, as you can see. All right, we are going to discuss actually our next discussion would be about the circle, that the algorithm that we have, which we call the midpoint circle algorithm. We are coming in that. Before that, let us go for the attendance. Then we are coming back. Did you have any other date or update about the exam that for your other courses?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
On 10th.
K. Sashik?
Yes, sir. One exam schedule has already done.
One exam schedule is already done, or the exam is done?
Oh, sir, no, sir. The schedule has done. They will take
Okay,
on
schedule.
10th.
Uh, on 10th, they
Yes,
will take, right?
yes, sir.
Which course?
Operating system. OS.
Oh, operating system. Okay.
Sir,
And
I have an exam at 7 and the Viva is 9, sir.
7.
Yes, sir.
Which course is going to take your exam in 7?
Sir, it's networking, sir.
Who is your teacher?
Alamgir VN, sir.
Really? He is taking on 7.
Yes, sir.
Is
এক্সাম
the
শুরুই
date
তো
is
মানে 10 তারিখ থেকে।
it started from 10?
It's the Viva.
Your
Sir,
Viva
when
will be Viva
yes,
will be
not
started.
Viva. It's written exam, sir. On 7 is written and 9 is the Viva date. And 9, I have another exam that is MIS.
yes,
MIS in 9. And who is the
Yes,
teacher
sir.
for?
Sir, Sakib, sir.
Sakib sir. Sakib sir could take exam earlier. There have some reason.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we have some exam moderation meeting actually will be held after 5. So I don't know actually, that may be for some reason, or maybe it could be rescheduled. Okay. And operating system, Ashik, you said, who is taking that course?
Moshumi, ma'am.
Moshumi ma'am. Okay. And you know that we are also planning to have the lab for this operating system in later in the new curriculum actually. That is the experts requirement that we have found. So that the scheduling, you do many scheduling, right? That will be like an assignment letter. You need to write program for that and do the simulation in the lab for those are coming. So better if you don't want to go for problem, so you should finish it right by this time.
But sir,
I have
operating
exam
system is
11,
dedicated.
sir.
Yes, Minhaj, you said I missed it.
Sir, operating system is 3 credit course.
Yes, it will be later also 3 credit course. We have a plan to make it 2+1. 2 for theory actually you will have, and 2 hours you will have in the lab. Yes, Uday, you said something.
Sir, I have an exam at 11th.
11th, right?
Yes, sir.
And we said if we have, what are the possible date we said? We have 10 or 12, any days maybe. And have you got any schedule on 12 so far?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yet, right?
No, sir. I have
Okay.
No,
exam
sir.
12 is more than-
Okay. I think most of the exam will be done on 10, 11 like this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I got
Because
come
because
on.
if we, as you know, that if we have some Viva schedule,
Yes, sir.
then everyone will try the written exam earlier. So that's why actually everyone will try to take. Let's see. I'll actually maybe confirm within few days. Let's see. You just keep that in mind. Like we may have exam like that. I'm worried about Viva exam schedule. What to do if we go for some other time? Someone you got Viva schedule. Did you get any schedule? Specific schedule? Whoever said
No,
in
sir.
9?
No, sir.
Not yet, right?
Sir,
No, sir. No, sir.
sir, only written is given.
Okay. Because Viva schedule, what time they prefer, that is actually concern, not the date. Say like someone is started to one on 9, but which time actually they do prefer?
Sir, Alamgir sir said that
Mm.
he will take in a class time, and the exam, written exam, is not class time. It's Saturday maybe. 7th is
Okay,
Saturday.
that means actually they're going to take all the section together. I had a plan as well to do it, because if you can do it, then it will be easier for the teacher, because you need only one set of question, right? So, but I know that some teacher will do, and I still want to make some variation. So that's why I will go in the class time maybe. Or do you want to give an exam altogether in a different time?
Sir, do you have how many sections do you have, sir?
I have 3 sections. I will do either 6 or maybe 9 set of question.
Okay,
So
sir.
It's okay.
do you want me to have less workload? Then we can go maybe any other day. Okay, take your decision. I think it is kind of an offer, right? You may need
Possible,
a
sir.
discussion. You may need a discussion by yourself. Yes, Ashik, what you were going to say?
I think if possible, take before the evening. My office time began from the evening. That's why.
Oh yeah, that is another problem then. If I put a time, and if your other friend have class or something, then it would be difficult, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It will be fine, I think, for one day or for 1 hour. It will be fine. But I'm not sure whether I can take any evening time written exam or not. That is also has to be allowed from the university, right?
So,
Okay.
frankly, if
All
you
right.
say
Let us.
no faculties mostly are not following any rules given by the university.
No, no, don't say like that. Many of us, I am also part of it, right?
Many of they are not following because the schedule they are giving they cannot accommodate that way.
Yeah, definitely. That we are doing some kind of adjustment. That is different. But university is saying that you try to do the adjustment. Okay, then it becomes the rule. So when you say and following nothing, that is not right. We try to actually get the spare time of the students so that they don't have any conflict. All right, let us continue. Alif Laila Jannat, do you have Jannat? No. Ashikur Rahman Ashik.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ashik. Al Amin.
Yes, sir.
Nishat Ara.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nishat. Antur.
Present, sir.
Okay, Antur. Subaya.
Yes, sir.
Sumaya is there. Yes. Okay, and Ritu.
Present, sir.
Okay, Ritu. Jinatul Nessa. Jinatul Nessa. Parvez.
Present, sir.
Okay, Parvez. Redwan Ratul.
Yes, sir.
Ratul.
Yes,
Salvi
sir.
Sabar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Salvi. Jakaria Pappu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pappu. Maria Mehjabin.
Present, sir.
Okay, Maria. Israt Jarin.
Present, please, sir.
Okay, Israt. Abdul Khalik. Abdul Khalik. Rabina Afrin Ami.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ami. Tasnova Yasin Esha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Esha. Shariar Tayan.
Present, sir.
Okay, Tayan. Hussein Antar. Hussein Ahmed Antar. Pratasha.
Yes, sir.
Sharnika.
Sir.
Okay, Khadija Ria.
Present, sir.
Khadija Rahman Ria.
Present, sir.
Cannot see you.
Present, sir.
Yes, got it. Rahat Islam Rupu.
Present, please, sir.
Rupu, you are also in video.
Yes, sir.
Yes, got it. Mahmoud Akhtar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mahmoud. Didar Al Mahmoud.
Present, sir.
Didar, you are also in video.
Yes, sir.
Why it is not coming in the page?
Is it visible now, sir?
Yes, Tamanna Tabassum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tamanna. Saib Sifat. Saib Mahmoud Sifat. Fairuz Tanjim Achal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Achal. Sadiatun Nessa Shetuli.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shetuli. Mustafa Uday.
Present, sir.
Yes, Uday. Sadia Hussein Mouri.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mouri. Sadia Akhtar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sadia. Mantakimur Rahman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mantakimur. Atik Faisal Imun.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Imun. Rahul Debnath.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Nishat Tasnim
Yes,
Jyoti.
sir.
Okay, Jyoti. Sadat Mahmud Khan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sadat. Firdaus Ahmed. Firdaus Hassan Rifat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rifat. Minhaj.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Minhaj. Nahida.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nahida. Hasibul Hassan Shanto.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shanto. Sharmin Sultana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sharmin. Ryan Hussain.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ryan. Al Amin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Al Amin. Tariqul Islam.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tariq. And Ashikul Jaman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ashik. So, anyone missed? Antur, Khalek, Laila, Jannat, Jinatun Nessa. All right, that's fine. Let us move quickly. All right, I think let us move for that the circle drawing that would be actually our concern now. As you know that circle has some properties and those properties we are going to actually use. Now, normally actually if you want to draw a circle, what actually you need?
Starting point or the center?
Starting point means what?
Circles is round, is like a round, so it must start from somewhere.
Start. Okay. Um, all right. Now you think that is actually whatever Ashik you said. It's not considering any space, right? If you now think about in a space, like a coordinate space, in the x and y coordinate space, now can you please think that what do you need to draw a circle in the space?
Radius.
Radius. Radius, sir.
You need the radius, you said.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, then what about, say like we take consideration of two scenario. Okay. First, we discuss something about some properties of circle, which we all know. Okay, because during in mathematical courses in your schools or even we discuss something this kind of things many times. Then after the properties of circle, we will discuss something about the algorithm. Then we will go for actually writing the formal part of the algorithm. So properties of a circle, if we want to draw it, look at in the space that it can have a random actually the scenario. Like this is one of the scenario. We said that we need actually a center, right, which is important. And someone said as well the radius, right? If we think that in the space, a coordinate space, we can have a circle like that, right?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
can
sir.
also think about the circle say like this is, sorry, this is my center point. Intentionally we take a name like XCYC because it's indicate that this is my center point. We need a center, right? What is the difference do you see within these two circles?
Sir, one is at the center of a graph, and one is, I think, considered as somewhere in the graph.
The second one has mentioned the xy coordinate value, positive, negative, where the xy is positive, where the xy is negative, and positive and negative.
Is it becoming now same? Right? What is the
Yes,
difference
sir.
now? First of all, the two circle in two different space in the coordinate, right?
Exactly, sir.
It is the first understanding should come that these circles are like circle 1 and circle 2. They are into different space. One is actually understanding this is we can remember that what actually call that the graph, say like as we all know that these are actually called what? That one, that one, that one, that one. The space has been distributed in 4 part.
The first coordinate xy all value are positive. And in the second x.
They are called quadrant. Okay, their coordinates x and y are two coordinates. Okay, x is actually segregating that upper part is positive y, lower part is negative y. Y is actually right hand side is positive x, left hand side is negative x. So these two coordinates create 4 quadrant, and that quadrant first is both are positive, x and y, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
X and Y, that is first quadrant. We have some reason of having those name. Okay, quadrant is coming from 4. Quadra is actually coming from 4. So that this is the one quadrant. This one is actually the negative X and positive Y, right? This one is both are negative. Actually, we should use the sign, would be far better. And this one is actually positive X and negative Y,
Negative Y.
right? Like this is first, second, third and fourth quadrant that we have. Okay, and on that case, the first one is actually in the positive quadrant, right? The first quadrant actually that it has. The second one, that this circle is actually covering almost like all of them, right? Some part is positive, negative, like this way it has been distributed nicely of that. Okay, now this feature of the second one will be our midpoint circle algorithm's main feature. Okay, we will draw the circle considering this circle's feature. Now what is the difference that we actually have for this circle and this circle on their properties? On their properties, what is actually these two circle has a difference, a very basic difference they have.
Sir, a basic difference is from the upper circle we can measure the distance from the main graph paper and its center. So we can measure the center of what is the distance, and in the second circle we can the center is given, so we don't need to calculate this. We just need to have the radius, and I think this is the difference.
Okay. Um, Iram, whatever you said, which is true that we don't need to actually calculate, but that is not the difference, because this circle has center. You, whether you need to calculate or not doesn't matter. Someone tell you this is actually 5 5, the center of this circle, then you don't need to calculate, right? You know it. The problem is actually their centers are different. This is also have a center. You know that the center is actually the origin point. That's why you are saying that you don't need to calculate. But the thing is, this center and this center is different. This center is a random point on the graph, whereas this center is actually, this circle center is actually its origin point. Whenever it has a origin point, then actually your somehow some properties or some feature can be handled in a different way. As you can see here, that the radius you have, for that case, whenever you have a random point on the graph, then you need a radius to draw a circle. Okay, and when you have actually you need actually that case your center point and also actually your radius to draw it. This is actually must you need, right? So the 2 point actually you need to know. If we consider now coming in the digital screen, okay, this graph with the digital screen, that means small boxes with the pixel, then two of the point value, coordinate value you need. One is actually for the center, for the center of the circle. One pixel you need for any of the point in the circumference, right? So that you can give actually, because whatever you get, any of the point and the center, you can find out actually the radius, right? And then actually you can draw. But for this circle, you need only a point which will tell you your radius, because by default you know your center is origin, and from that you can find out the coordinate value. Okay, you don't even you don't need actually even a coordinate value for the radius. You need only the radius. Okay, say like I know my radius is 6. You can draw a circle with this midpoint drawing algorithm as well, and can draw it because you know 6, and then you know the center is 0 and the radius is 6, so you can count anywhere this way up to 6 unit, this way up to 6 unit, this way up to 6 unit, or this way up to units. You take any one of that point, and that point will have a coordinate. This will be what? 0 6, right? This will be what? 6 0. This will be what? Minus 6 0. And this will be what? 0 minus 6. You see that 4 coordinate value already you have got. You only know that my radius is actually 6. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that's why actually we will prefer a circle here for this algorithm, to go for the midpoint algorithm, to apply a circle which is having by default the origin is actually 0 0. Right?
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. And that's why we need a actually circle, and we will do something now. You see that already 4 of the point you have got. What actually algorithm will do? Algorithm will find out all these pixel value, right? All these pixel values, so that you can actually just light up, put pixel function, put it all those points, and in the screen you can see a circle shape, right? That is actually the thing that they will do. As like we have seen drawing the line for we just find out actually the pixel value like that. Now how we can actually do it? So let me draw a circle here. I am really very bad in drawing. I can still remember that when I was a student, just maybe second year in the university, that in summertime, especially we used to get around 1 month's vacation. That time I used to come in Bangladesh from India, and I used to do even on those time some tuition. So one little girl I used to teach that time, like she just started the school, maybe in the first standard, so in English medium. So one of my actually senior brother, he requested me that, okay, a few days you come. So she was having some drawing. I can remember the drawing that mango maybe, and I drew some shape, and she was almost showing that one to her friends and her family member, everyone, that look, my teacher drew something like that, which looks really funny, not get the shape of the mango. So I still can remember that. So that's why I said not very good in drawing, but some people are naturally very good drawer. Actually, they can draw very well, especially those are actually interested in architecture and mechanical engineering. They can draw very well. Okay, you can see the circle that I'm actually segmenting in more other part for some intention, because the algorithm will help you to find out some of the points, not all of them, and we need to actually make that. Now how many parts we have? We earlier had 4 parts,
Now
right?
it's 8 parts.
According to the, now it is 8. Now in individual part can be called as octant. Okay, say like this is octant 1, octant 2, octant 3, octant 4, octant 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can you tell me how much degree it is?
45, sir.
45 degree, because 90 degree has been segmented equally, so it will be 45 degree in each of the octant, right? Now think about your problem says, okay, you have your circle radius is say like 7. Then instantly, if this is my origin, instantly you got these points actually coordinate value, right? This one should be what, 0, 7,
Yes, sir.
right? You got this one is 7, 0. So if this one is 0, 7 and this one is 7, 0, do you have any relationship between these two?
Same radius.
Definitely same radius. For any circle, radius is always same. But I say, can you find any relationship, any significance between these 2 points? Because those are having x and y value.
About the first one, there y is x is 0 and y is 7, and
Mhm.
here x is 7 and y is 0.
What actually happened in that then? The value has been reversed. They have replaced each other's place, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. That symmetric these changes will happen in the all the points in here. Interestingly, okay. So the first octant, the point you will get, if you just reverse those points, you will get those points, right? So my algorithm, I will do find out, actually this algorithm will find out this first of the octants points up to that point. Okay, then automatically your program will reverse those points, that actually whatever you find. Reverse means what? If I get a point in here, say like 3, 7, here I will take it 7, 3. Do you understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
if we reverse, then automatically we'll get this point. And if I get point from here to here or pixel from here to here, then I will change the sign of them for all the coordinates, sorry, quadrants. If I can do it, then I can get all the points for that circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you understand? So that technique we are going to apply. It will be actually in such a way that say like whatever I mentioned, we take a part of that first quadrant. Okay, say like it is not drawn properly. Say like it is that part I'm doing from here to here. Okay, that part if we're going, then I said like this one, if it is my 0R, right? Then this will be R0. Okay. At some point, maybe we can have, uh, say like if this is say 04, just for example, 04, then here maybe this point will be 14, this point will be 2, 3, okay. This point will be say,
Sir, since it's a circle, so how could we consider 3, 4 there? Or isn't should be same? we can
3
increase
4.
for that one we can increase the x value, but y is always same
Y is always same.
since it's a radius.
Is
So
it? Look, wait. Look, this is actually my Y, right? This is my 4, I said.
yes
So
sir.
this is 3, this is 2.
Oh yeah, yes sir, now got it. Yes sir.
Got it, right?
Yes sir.
This is 0. So it is actually going down, so that my value for the Y is decreasing. That is, we are coming in the algorithm now. Again, some activity as like Bressenham, as you will find. I have not drawn any pixel here, but you will find that there is a hint of the pixel. Okay.
Yes sir.
So that is maybe 2 3. I have drawn actually 1 4 2 2 4, something like that. So at that some point in here, maybe there will be chance to have something like, say, uh, 3 3. Okay. Or maybe no, sorry, that could be maybe uh, 2 2 or something like that. Maybe this point we get. Now after that, this point we will get maybe, say, 3 and 2, right?
Yes sir. X will increase and y decrease.
Y will decrease actually. This should be, say, 3 3 3 maybe, or 4 3, because we got actually 2 2. So that is actually something we got. But at this point, something, because the values for x, it will be increased, the values for y will be decreased, right? That is actually happening because we are moving from this way,
Downward. Yes sir.
so that the values for y is going down, but the values for x is actually increasing. At some point there are chances to be they are equal, right?
Yes sir.
This x and value,
45 degree.
y value could be equal. There are chances. And after that, the values for y will be decreased further and values for x will be increased further. Earlier, what actually it happened, that the values for x is starting from 0, right? And then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, like this way it is going. As you can see that it is increasing. And values for y is started with 4, then 4 become 3, then 2, then 1, then finally it becomes 0. Okay. So whatever the point in the first octane that we get, we will just reverse that one in here. Okay. If we can reverse that one, then we will finally find this point is actually is the first one,
40.
that is actually the radius, which is the x coordinate, and then the 0, right? So that my algorithm will find out this point. Okay, that is actually now concerned. Now to find out those points, we need to go for understanding about the pixel and the relationship of this going down. As you can see that it is going down, that time also there are chances of a best pixel to pick up. So maybe I can pick up some of the pixel out of two, like two of that pair, that's pixel which is actually the best one, that maybe I will take. Okay, as we were actually seeing the line for the Bressenham in such a way that if you can, that Bressenham, that out of those two pixel, which should be the best one. So after that, the first pixel that we take in here, this point, then whenever it is going down, out of those two pixel, which is the best one, that is this algorithm also will take. So we can have a more actually smoother shape of the circle, and that will be work with the relation with the midpoint of between two pixel. That's why this algorithm is called actually midpoint circle drawing algorithm. Okay, I think we are running out of time. I just wanted to actually discuss the midpoint feature as well, but about the circle feature, that we need the equation now. You can remember that for line we have used a generic equation. Can you hear me?
Yes sir, we can.
we can hear.
All right. The generator has been started, so that's why I was confused. Okay. For line, the generic equation we have used y equal to mx plus c, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you remember then some generic equation for the circle? Anyone can remember?
Sir, the bigger x square plus y square 2gx to fy.
Yes, Anto, yeah, you said something. Right, this is the generic equation for the circle. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yes, sir, we can.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes. What is x and y? What is xc, yc?
Sir, XCYC is the center.
Right.
And
R is radius. And this xy?
x is
Hmm? What is x and y?
So the X coordinate
Axis.
value and Y coordinate value.
X coordinate value and y coordinate value for what?
xy axis.
Sorry?
Is it the length of radius?
Length of radius? Length of radius can be a coordinate value. When I say that length of u or height of u, Ashik, what actually we take? We take an integer value, right?
Yes, sir.
Integer in that sense a number only, but coordinate is always actually two numbers, a pair,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Ashik,
Yes,
you
sir.
are 6 feet tall. 6 feet. That 6 is a individual number. A length always actually gives you a single digit,
Yes, sir. Got it.
right?
Yes, sir.
So when I said your radius is always, you see that radius value is always a single number,
Yes, sir.
either 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, whatever.
A single one. Yes, sir.
Then what is that x and y? You see that that's why I actually go for this basic discussion, because end of the day, this is actually your learning. You will never forget. You see that the line equation that we have said, which was actually, say, like in the line equation, we have used actually y equal to mx plus c. This equation is justifies what? For any line which is having that m is slope, right? And c is the intercepted point in the y coordinate, then this variable, that x and y, are actually indicating any point is true for that line. So every point on that line is actually justified that equation, right?
Yes, sir.
And every point on that space have x and y coordinate value.
Definitely, yes, sir.
So equation for line means actually that indicate every point, because every line is consist of many number of points, right? So whenever we are saying about it, a circle is actually what? A circle is actually a round shape of millions number of points create a shape. So whatever the equation we are saying, these are actually the points in the circumference, right? This will be justified with the same radius value because it is constant, right?
For circle,
And this is also constant. Where is the variable? X and y. And this variable of what? Any point of the circumference. So in your SSC, in your HSC, you use those equation for this one general equation for circle. That's indicating all those points in the circumference, right? On the space. So now you see our job is also actually related like that for finding out the pixel values of those. So we were going to use it, right? Okay, I need to actually stop. I have another class will be started. Okay, so that because that's why we say like this type of algorithm or maybe discussion, we need 2 or 3 hours class maybe as a together. So that because this is the place now I'm in now. From here it is easier to move on because related with the midpoint, this circle, that equation will be you see that the center is 0, so that equation will be x square plus y square equal to r square, or x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0, right? Like this actually equation that we are going to have. Anyway, we will continue from here in the next day. Try to finish at least the algorithm maybe by Sunday, let's see, by Thursday, let's see. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you on Thursday then.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, salam.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Welcome, salam.